All right, gang, what's up? Got the boss lady here on camera. Figure we'll do some questions.
Wait, stop it. I wanna see that.
All right, gang, we are live. What do you think? Q&A?
Okay.
Okay. I'll ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay. Do you do CrossFit?
Yes.
How often?
Every day.
Do you like doing CrossFit?
No.
Why do you do it?
Because I have to.
Makes me sound awful.
Stay healthy.
Okay, here we go. Pregnancy. How was it?
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
No.
Haley?
Oh, she's for me.
There we go.
Worth it.
Worth it. Okay. What is it like being married to me?
Oh. It's great. No.
No.
I think it's good.
What's the one thing people might not expect?
Might not expect?
Yeah.
You're not here all that often.
Okay.
Because you travel a lot for work.
Right.
So, you know, it's a lot of, well, before Haley, it was a lot of just me time, and now it's Haley and me.
Yeah.
So, you're not here that much.
There we go. That's part of the deal. It's true. You guys see me on the road. All right. 10 years of me competing.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it like watching a competition from the perspective of your shoes?
Oh, I hate it. It's so stressful. I feel more stressed than he feels, I think. Because, well, now everything's changed this year, but in the past, regionals is the worst. The worst. The games are like totally fine. You've already made it there. Like, who cares how you do? But regionals is like you have to make it somewhere. So that is the worst. It's very stressful, and I'm very happy about this year being taken off.
That's right. What advice would you have to aspiring CrossFit athletes, people that are wannabe coaches or gym owners that might have a girlfriend or a wife? What advice would you have for them, knowing what it takes and the sacrifices that it takes in order to do that correctly from the male perspective?
The male perspective?
The other perspective.
What if it's a female athlete?
That's the other perspective.
You mean like from my perspective?
Yeah, like what advice would you give someone? It's like, hey, I want to compete, and you know, like, but they also have a relationship.
Oh, well, my biggest piece of advice is to just accept it and to be supportive. So, like I said before, he's not here all that often, but I know that he's working and I know that he loves what he does. So for me, you know, we just cherish the time that we have together, and I just kind of support him in whatever it is, you know, whether it's a seminar or a competition or whatever, many things that go on. So my biggest piece of advice is to just cherish the time that you have together and support him or her in the time that they're doing their thing.
Yeah. I would chime in on that and say that, as, you know, from my perspective, which is the male perspective,
the athlete perspective,
or the, you know, just the significant other perspective.
Okay.
In order for me to be successful, and success as I define it is being able to work hard and be proficient and competent at what I do, I need to have someone that can support me. And that is something that unequivocally my wife has done since she was my girlfriend, and always supported me no matter what, whether it was easy or hard. Most of the time it was hard. A lot of the time we spend time apart, but she's always supported me, and I couldn't be where I am today without her. But I also understand and respect that, and something that it's easy to take for granted when someone's really good at it, because what she does so effortlessly is support and help and make it feel like that, well, gosh, like this is normal. But in reality, I'm not home a lot and it's not normal.
I have another piece of advice.
Go.
If you need them home more or need more from them or more balance, say it and demand it.
Well,
that's what I would say, because I just started doing that now that we have Haley, and I never did before. I always just like, oh, he's away, he's working, it's fine. But now with Haley, there needs to be more balance, and I probably should have said that sooner, you know.
Yeah.
So,
you know, and but it's an important conversation to have. Is, you know, whatever that might be. Whatever that conversation is that you have with your significant other, you need to have that communication. But with that said, it doesn't work unless you support. And, you know, if you want to be successful in anything you do, there needs to be, in my opinion, I don't necessarily believe in balance. I believe in a counterbalance. My wife counterbalances me, where she'll tell me what she needs and wants, and I have to deliver on that. But in no way, shape, or form am I balanced.
No, you're not. But I believe in balance.
Right. Well, absolutely. So it would be different if we were both never home, if we were both doing, but what is important is that now it's like, hey, Marin needs something from me, I need to obviously deliver on that. And that's something that I have to show that respect as well. So I think that's something that's super important out there, is that a lot of the time you see sort of like the front facing, you see in front of the camera, you see the workouts, you see the travel, you see the seminars, you see the gyms, and this goes for anyone out there. I mean, like my buddies that compete at the highest level still, like, you know, Rich Froning out there and all those guys, you know, on the other side of that equation is someone that's supporting them, pushing them, but also demanding of them that is something that's important. But no doubt, it's, you know, for a lot of my buddies, their wives are at, you know, they're the rocks, they're the bosses, they're the ones that call the shots, but also are super supportive when, you know, we go on the road for a month, you know, which sometimes happens, and it's tough and it's hard, and that has never changed. It just gets harder for us because we all obviously want to be home more, but, you know, duty still calls and we still have to go to China at the end of the month. But we still have to do that stuff. But I wanted to bring on the boss lady.
Well, is this CrossFitters that you're talking to?
Well, I would assume so. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So if your significant other is a big time CrossFitter that travels and like does all this crazy stuff, make friends with their significant others, their wives or their husbands, whoever it is, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And then we can all bitch and complain about each other's husbands to each other.
That's it. And they're sanctuaring that. And then the boys we can hang out and talk about, you know, how we're not home, but we want to come home.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I think that's important. I think that no matter where we're at, guys, I think the CrossFit community is something that's special, whether that's the CrossFit community or the communities of the people that are in the CrossFit community, but that's not what they do for a living, and it's a part of what they do. So there's a whole lot out there, and don't be just blinded to what you see in front of the camera. Look behind. That's something that I hopefully do a little bit on this vlog, is highlight real life stuff. And, you know, yeah, not the super sexy. I mean, yeah, there's the workouts, there's the traveling, all that stuff, but there's also, you know, it's 9 o'clock at night. Haley went down a couple hours ago. I went for a 3 mile.
We're both sweaty and disgusting.
You know, I went for a 3 mile run after Haley went down. But like, these are things that, you know, that's what it's about. And, you know, I wanted to get the boss Haas on an episode. She's not always down to do this. So when I asked her, she said yes. I just made it happen. And hopefully you find some value in it. And if you have questions for her, hit me up in the comments below, because then I can get her on camera more.
Hit me up.
What's your social handles, girl?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Marin Malleolo.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe you don't give out your personal email. Yeah. Yeah. Throw it down, and we'll give you guys some insight. But hopefully you find this valuable. Key point is balance, counterbalance, whatever you want to call it. Have someone in your life that supports you more than you even support yourself. That believes in you more than you believe in yourself. But communicate. Step one. And then act on that communication. It doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean you're not going to get in arguments. It doesn't mean any of that. But communication, step one, but then it's useless unless there's action on that communication. If she asks me to do something, if I just say okay and I don't do anything, your communication then becomes useless and your words become valueless. So doesn't make it easy. Doesn't mean you're just going to flip the switch and do it, but be aware of it.